What is going on, guys? It's Kai Saunders, aka Saundezy here, and today we're going to teach you a little bit of a tough one. We're going to teach you the precisions. I would say a required trick, you definitely need to be comfortable on rails. You'd want to be comfortable with the 50-50s because it's honestly not far from a 50-50. And I would say you'd want to learn how to rail hop as well. So I'll quickly take you through the motion of the trick. There's really not too much to it. You just have to be really precise. I mean, it's in the name. So you want to come really close next to the rail, not too close. You don't want your deck hitting. And what you're going to be doing is just staying really nice and controlled, hopping above the rail right here with your scooter directly on the top and then hopping off it once you feel like you've done a long enough precision. So the best warm-up tricks would be, like I already said, the ones you would want to have mastered before trying a precision. You want to board slide nice and down pat, super confident, and the 50-50s, chuck a few rail hops in there. And again, when trying to learn this, you're not going to take it straight onto a down rail like I am. You're going to learn it on like a little flat bar, okay? A little square flat bar. It's going to make it so much easier. Since I'm going to show you how to approach it, we're just going to show you on the little flat right here. So you're going to want to come quite close to the rail like this. Again, not too close because when you hop up, you don't want to actually not even be able to make it up. So honestly, same positioning as a 50. The only difference is you're going to hop that little higher and a little more over it. And if you're confident enough with 50-50s and you're getting them locked in perfect every go, that should tell you that you're going to be able to do these 100%. This is the easiest way to break it down. If you can ride on a straight line on flat, then you can ride on a rail. It's the same thing. You just got to stay nice and straight. So what I try and do once I'm actually on the rail, just like the 50, I actually squat down a little bit so you can be a bit closer to where you're going to be balancing, which is the deck on the rail. And then I look down at the finishing point of where I'm trying to go, but I also stay very still and just do minor bar adjustments because you are trying to precision something thin. So you don't want to turn too quickly and you don't need to. You're riding in a straight line. So this trick varies for how you actually ride typically, like comfortably, the most comfortable way. So my foot positioning for this isn't actually super spread, okay? It's a little more towards like the midway of the deck. My front foot is not fully to the front. It's a little more towards the middle, okay? Just like how you would do a 50-50. The techniques are all the same. You just jump in a little differently. So I would say, if we're going to put it on a 50, I would say I have mine right about here, which is like the most comfortable point for me riding around on my scooter, okay? So since there's no like tail whips or you're not trying to spin out of this, you just want to be as comfortable as you possibly can when trying this trick. So whatever feels good for you is the way to do it. When actually exiting this trick, okay, let's say you're on the precision, you're squatting, you're balancing it perfect. Again, you're definitely going to want to lift up, okay? Because if you don't lift up, you're going to like do a little chink off the end, okay? So once you see yourself going to the end of the rail, it will almost be natural instinct to lift up. You don't even need a bunny hop off the end. You just need to lift up so your front wheel's out of the way and it'll take you right off and you should land straight and finish the trick. There are some common mistakes that I do notice people doing with this, and I would say it's like the 50s. You really need to squat down in it so you can actually be a little closer to like where you're going to be balancing. It helps out a lot, and just to stay a little more like on the scooter, it actually helps you control it a little better. And you want to hop with your weight directly on top, everything centered. What I also see a lot of people do is they hop too much to the inside or too much to the other side, and that won't allow you to actually balance the whole rail. So definitely jumping with your weight very centered towards the top of the scooter so you can carry out the whole thing, and adding a little bit of a squat so you can actually control it and balance the precision a bit better. So the easiest like breakdown of a trick tip I would say that you guys can try first is, again, you don't want to try it on something that I'm doing it on, showing you guys. You want to find something at your skate park that's like a little lower to the ground, a little square flat bar. The easiest way would be to start with doing a 50-50 and then hopping up to a precision from there, because you're already basically there. You just have to hop up a little bit more. And once you're on there, you can start playing around with the balance, and that'll make you more confident for actually hopping straight into it. All right, so once you've learnt the rail ride or the precision, whatever you want to call it, but I would say what comes after that, you would definitely be learning like probably a tail whip out of it first, but then you can also start getting combo-y. So when you're on the precision, you're right above the rail. You can really just dabble to any grind after that. The options are endless. Hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I'd love to see all of your attempts and if any of you landed okay. So make sure you post it in our community so we can check out your attempts.